As it relates to your life, this is deadly serious. Help you steer through the bull crap. Seeker of truth. Yeah, it's purely good versus evil.
Lord, help me change it. This is not politics. If you have friends and relatives that are just simply, sincerely interested in the concept of God and country, bring them to this church.
Good morning. This got to be just between you and me, because if Deborah finds out I did another one of these without taking a shower, she'll shake her head at me and say, she'll just shake her head. It's okay. This is just too important, because one of the themes on this channel has been, are you a seeker of truth? Now, we all know I'm a pastor and I'm religious. I'm not religious, but okay, you can say that. But the bottom line is, seeker of truth. And I know if you're a seeker of truth, I know where it's going to lead you. Truth always leads you to more truth. And sometimes that means, in somebody's case, you might be uncovering more and more corruption. But you're a seeker of truth. And so as you live your life, not that you have to be the fighter of those corruptions, but you got to know whose side you're on. And that's kind of what this channel is turning into. A little later this afternoon, this is Wednesday afternoon, okay, a little later this afternoon, I'll be doing a live teaching, Bible teaching, real simple, for people that either don't believe in God or you want to know what's going on. Well, you're a seeker of truth, but you're all confused because the voices are so confusing. I get it. That's why you have me. That's why you pay me the big bucks. Anyway. Seeker of truth, a seeker of truth. I believe that Donald Trump is a seeker of truth. And it's finally come out last night, I guess. The reason why President Trump was in all the Epstein files is the back and forth that he was having as an FBI informant. Do you understand? President Trump is the one that opened this can of worms. That's why he had no problem saying to Hillary in that debate, because you'd be in jail. He knew all of this. I mean, the guy's playing 8-dimensional chess. Some of us pretend we play 5-dimensional chess, and yeah, some of us can read the stitches on a fastball. But as it relates to your life, this is deadly serious. And that's why I think I'm on this channel, to kind of help you steer through the bull crap and get on with the truth, because the truth sets you free. So now that we know, and this is, I gotta be honest with you. People mocked Q, they laughed at Q. I was on the Q boards all the time. Did I believe that Q was correct or that he was a real person? I wanted to believe it, but I don't know whether I believed it or not. Now I know it was a real person. I can't think of anything that back when I used to watch these or read these Q boards, and there would be, Q would give out a message, and then there'd be a thread of 20 billion people. Well, I'm exaggerating, but there'd be a ton of responses through the thread. But I only paid attention to what he had to say. I didn't pay attention to the so-called experts, and I have no idea whether they are correct or not. But bottom line is, I can tell you here in 2026, which this is the year that things are going to change. We all know this. I can't think of a thing. First day with my new teeth. Sorry. I can't think of a single thing that Q said was going to happen or was happening that has not either been happening or it was all there. And I guess Jeffrey Epstein was the linchpin, or the pin that pulled the grenade. The grenade took many, many years to explode, but it has in fact exploded. These putrid Democrats who, Trump is in the Epstein files. Yeah, he is. We see now. As an FBI informant. Jiminy crickets. Jesus said they'll know you by your fruits. If President Trump has not produced good fruit, show me where he's not. Oh, he's mean. I get the same criticism, for crying out loud. We didn't elect him to be our pastor. We elected him to be our president. And There will never be a better president than President Trump. And I would have said that. I would have died saying that about Ronald Reagan, who I met twice, by the way. Anyway, seeker of truth. Yeah, it's purely good versus evil. And you got to decide whose side you want to be on. For those of you that say you don't even believe in God, cool. Come over to our church channel, SOAZCC. Come over to our church channel this afternoon. I'll be live. For those of you that do believe in God, come over to our church channel this afternoon. I'll be live. Anyway, hope you're having a great day. We're starting to turn the corner. I think this Jeffrey Epstein thing is just, I mean, now President Trump has the luxury of just plain labeling all of this nonsense. These people are evil. Jasmine Crockett in Congress. Swalwell, the guy that's had an affair with a Chinese spy. Adam Schiff, Rankin on all these committees. These people are the people and their followers. And you and I know people like this. They're following the evil. They're following. And some people, you know, we all spend our time following the evil because we want to serve ourselves. I get that part. But at some point in your life, you got to realize, hello, time to wake up. Time to smell the coffee, if you will. All right, I've kept you long enough. But I just want to let you know I'm going to be live this afternoon on the church channel, SOAZCC. This Donald Trump thing, to me, it's like a big boulder came off my shoulders. I don't know, as an American who loves his country, who realizes that this is, just like Megyn Kelly said in my last video, this is an exceptional country. What most people don't want to do is take it to the next logical step. It's the greatest country in the face of the earth because of God and what he's done for us. Anyway, I'll do that when I get over on the other side. But it's like a big boulder came off my shoulders with this Donald Trump thing. So when I see Jasmine Crockett come out of a secret meeting, and it's not secret, there's another word for it, confident, whatever. They have levels of security, and so she was in one of those secret meetings. And for her to come out and say, Trump is all over the Epstein files, why don't we release it? Well, they did. Turns out he started this whole thing, basically. There may be other parts to it, but he was trying to get the FBI to get in on Jeffrey Epstein, and as they bore in, they realized it goes all the way to Hillary, it goes all the way to the media. Once again, if you call yourself a Christian, you're watching CNN, MSNBC, CBS, I can't name them all, the alphabet. Now, if you're listening to the mainstream media, you're getting a completely different narrative, and it's not true. It's a little bit of truth with a bunch of lies. Be a seeker of truth. And if you're a seeker of truth, I got to tell you, when you get your own house in order, life becomes really not only interesting, but it becomes a blessing to you. More on that on the other side. All right, I hope you have a great day. If you want, in a couple hours, check over on the church side. I'm going to be live teaching today. Real simple. For those that do not believe in God, I'll be over there. All right, man. God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and we'll see you soon.
This house is sure gone crazy.